My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the holy word of God of 27th January 2022. The focus of our reflection: generosity is a great principle that is expected of a good human being. Generosity is the abundance of faith and goodness and will bring meaning and fulfillment to one's life and joy to others. Jesus constantly invites us to be people of deep faith. But what does it concretely imply? Today's word of God gives us some implications. In the light of David's prayer in the first reading, to live a life of faith means to build a house for God in our life. That means to allow God to reside and abide in our lives. In other words, it is to build the house of our life on God. Faith is like a lamp that must radiate its light all around. If there is faith, it must be seen and shown in action. It does not mean to make a show. Rather, it means to bear witness in concrete life. That is why Jesus says, "Is a lamp brought to be under a basket or under a bed and not on a stand?" It is very true. Faith without witness is untrue and hypocritical. If there is light, then it must dispel darkness. Perfect light must be powerful and cannot be dim. The light of faith must enlighten the whole mind and brighten the whole life. Saying that I have the light of faith but continue to live in ignorance and lack of clarity and discernment, then it is not faith. Further, if there is faith, then it must be shown in trust and faithfulness. If one claims to be a person of faith but lives continually in a situation of doubt and suspicion, confusion and deviation, it is not true faith. Also, faith without faithfulness is not credible. Still further, the concrete radiance and testimony of the light of faith is goodness. The immensity of faith is seen in the abundance of goodness. In other words, it is to be generous in good actions. It is to be uncalculating and measureless in showing goodness to others. This is a living testimony against a culture that is greedy, selfish, and highly calculative. People measure how far profitable is their doing good. In the sight of the world, every act of giving is considered a loss. Thus, the world thinks the more you are generous, the more loss it will be. This is wrong thinking and it is purely materialistic. Faith and goodness are immeasurable gifts. the more we live and share them, the more they will abound. It is in this sense the words of Jesus make sense. To the one who has, more will be given, and from the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away. And now, the direction and the directive of our life. It is high time that we must get rid of our materialistic mentalities. Our faith and goodness must be abundant and generously given and shown. They are not private properties.